Welcome to day 7. Day 7 is a long and strange day. The last ally laid to waste you'll see soon. Praying for strength and to change. This one will all be made clear. I don't want to spoil it. This is a bit of a long day, but luckily I've managed to streamline these a little bit, so it shouldn't be as bad as the first couple were.
Gabriel! Gabriel, wake up!
That snake tattoo washed off pretty quick, didn't it?
Ow, my head.
It's about time. I've been trying to wake you for hours. There's no time to lose.
I had another dream.
It wasn't a dream, believe me. Now come on, get dressed.
He only
Wait a
owns
minute.
white t-shirts.
I'm starting to remember. Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the voodoo cartel. They're responsible for the murders. They've been doing it for years.
Malia? Last night she was the leopard. Like in my dreams, Grace.
I know. Those dreams were a warning. Now come on, get dressed.
But last night, Malia changed. She became something else. And then I blacked out, I think. How did I get home?
I followed you last night. I had my doubts about the Gettys. Did you know that they arrived in New Orleans in 1800? Just in time for the voodoo influx. I knew you were going to try to sneak into a ceremony last night, so I followed you.
Thank
Lucky
goodness for
you that I did.
Grace.
If you'd been left at the circle last night, I don't know what she would have done to you.
It's amazing that
You're
Grace was
wrong.
able to
Malia
sneak
wouldn't hurt
in
me.
and drag out
What
a
about Tetelo?
full-grown
Tetelo?
man without
They were
getting
chanting
stopped.
that last night. That's the name from Gunter's journal. The woman who took the talisman.
Yes. Gabriel, it's your destiny you're facing. You can't just blunder your way through this or you'll end up dead. Tetelo will be after you now. You have to call your great-uncle in Germany.
Uncle Wolfgang?
No, your other great
Yes.
uncle in Germany.
He knows more about this than we do.
Okay, I'll call him. But Malia isn't responsible for those things, Grace. It's that spirit, that Loa. It's Tetelo.
Yeah. Possession is convenient that way. Call Wolfgang, Gabriel. I'll be in the shop.
I'll call him right after I pick up this
I might need a flashlight.
which I'm surprised I hadn't picked up already, since I usually pick up items pretty early on. Turn it on first, and call Gunter. Oh.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
This is Gabriel Knight.
Yeah, Gertie.
Can I speak to
Gertie.
Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Einen Moment, bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
There's a good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Ugh, it is even worse than I thought.
You bet it is. We have to talk about what I'm supposed to do.
See, because he's on the phone, so I can't see him.
Tell me about Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Gedde tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them.
Oh, thank God Uncle Wolfgang's
Do you
around.
remember
Makes
in
sense of
Gunther's
everything.
journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston?
This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schattenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schattenjägers swore to use the power for good, never for evil.
You kind of
For
find out why in
defense,
the third.
not offense.
Kind of.
Since it fell into Tetlo's hands, I'm afraid to think what the power has been used for, or what it will be used for in the future. With the talisman, Tetlo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
How can we regain the talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably buried with Tetlo's remains. That's what gives her lore so much power.
This almost fills the screen now.
How would we find Tetlo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, the Ritters. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetlo's African homeland, but Gunther says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetlo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetlo's people went after fleeing Charleston, until now.
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor Hartridge, unfortunately for him. He thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this.
We've been looking for this for generations.
Right
It never occurred to us to ask an expert.
Wait, what should I do?
To be fair, they didn't have the Veve.
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans.
Man.
But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Well, thanks.
Sure, I'll wait.
Goodbye, then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Stay
Goodbye,
in
Uncle
New
Wolfman.
Orleans. But if you're in danger, fly to Germany. By the way, no idea how I would get to Germany. I have no money.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
No kidding. Whoops. Let's go ahead and look for the remains, right? Where do the Gettys keep their dead? Somebody pried that thing open.
Damn. You'd think there'd be a light.
Maybe that glass we just heard smashing was somebody smashing the light. See, and the flashlight's at the bottom. Hey.
Mosley.
Mosley!
Shit, I dropped my flashlight.
Well, you just found your best friend dead.
Huh?
That'll happen. Uh-oh.
Ouch, my head. What the hell was that?
Mosley's gone. But he left his wallet. You may be dead, buddy. But your wallet is not forgotten. American repressed. Alright, Mosley's dead. I'm getting out of Dodge. When your last ally is laid to waste, which I guess doesn't count Grace, or Wolfgang.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about, and no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen. Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now." Now, call me crazy,
I own a
but I
castle?
don't think that's good news.
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
But for
What are you gonna do?
Gabriel, I own a
If I
castle
figure
now.
it out, I'll let you know.
But how do I fly to Germany? If only I had something in my inventory that could help me. See the World Travel Agency! This is the most useful page she could have possibly torn out, because it gave me Cavano, the vet clinic Cavano uses, and the travel agency, and they made sure to make it extra big just in case you missed it.
I'm
I'm not trying to operate you, Gabriel. God forbid.
Hello. See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
How much for a trip to Rittersburg, Germany?
Rittersburg, Germany? Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersburg. You can rent a car from there, or take the train.
And in the second game, we'll spend quite a bit of time in
Let's
Munich.
see. The best price I can see for the flight is $1,400.
Wow.
What would you like to do?
Wow.
Charge it to my Americans repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
My buddy is dead, but I just charged a flight on his credit card. So, you know, silver lining and all that.
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great, but how on earth could you afford?
A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Oh my God. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I miss you too, Grace.
1,400, man. I could afford that, but then
Bye,
that'd be
Gracie.
it. I'd be done.
Let me know what's going on, will you?
Of course.
I'm going to save the game here, because if I do this right, there's a little Easter egg. I doubt I'm going to be able to do it right. It's hard to do, and I haven't looked it up in a while. But it's basically an extra way to die if you hit the shift key at the right time. Nope. I'll try it one more time, and then I'm going to give up. But, see? We're flying. Dun da da da. Driving up to the castle. No. If you hold down the key at the right time, the car will actually go off the side of the road, crash, and you'll die. It is the weirdest Easter egg I've ever heard of in a game.
Wolfgang?
Hello.
I can't remember what
My
key you
name
gotta
is
hit, though.
Knight. Gabriel Knight.
And then you have to restore the game because you're dead.
Herr Knight. Oh, kommen Sie bitte, Herren. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
Yeah, but now I've got a German maid in the
great. That's
castle.
all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I am just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there is anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
I own a
Thank you,
castle.
Miss,
You may call me Gerda, Herr Knight.
Gerda, thank you. I've been mispronouncing your name this whole time, just waiting for you to say something. Alright. New environment. And in an adventure game, that means... Okay, he won't pick up the salt yet. Fine. I have no idea what that means, because it's in German. Luckily, Gabriel doesn't speak German either, so it's not like I'm really missing out on anything. Wow, look at this. St. George fighting the dragon.
I named my shop after you. You've always fascinated me. I just never knew why until now.
Because he's the patron saint of the Schottenjägers.
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings? They describe the Schottenjäger initiation ceremony.
There are some words over the locked door in Wolfgang's bedroom. What do they mean?
Ah, yes. Wolfgang had me translated as part of my English lessons. In
Thank goodness
English,
for
it
Wolfgang.
means, only the purest here may pass. He whose heart is pure as glass, he whose soul is pure as fire, through this portal passes higher.
Great. Thanks.
Pure heart, pure soul. Well, I'm in trouble.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritter line must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does the ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new.
And
But I
Wolfgang's
think
not
it must
around.
be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding, a ceremony of intent and oath.
You.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
Oh, Gabriel. So basically, I have to initiate myself into being a Schottenjäger. This is one of the hardest puzzles
Is that a
in
shaker
the
of
game.
salt?
Because
Yeah,
you have to
salt.
decipher the panels and figure out
Mind if
what
I
you're
take
supposed
it?
to do in
No.
what order.
Thanks.
And it takes a long time of running around, trial and error to sort everything out. I'm going to spare you all of that. Because I went ahead and played through this once already to make sure I knew what I was doing. So I'm going to wash my hands in the snow. I'm going to grab these scissors. I'm going to grab this bowl. I'm going to grab this scroll.
This scroll looks...
Gabriel's going to make a little sacrifice. He's going to cut a lock of his hair.
I hate this. There. That's plenty.
Just so you know how Gabriel feels about his hair. The snow one is one of the hardest ones. Just because you have to open the window and there's snow outside. But they're washing hands, cutting hair. And then this one looks like seawater. Uh-oh, I think I forgot a step. Hold on. Because I need water in there, right? There's no water.
Great. Now I have a bear patch.
A buyer patch. His accent is ridiculous sometimes. Sorry, guys. I really thought I planned this better. She look. Where is he running to? Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. There's not water in it, but, you know, there's salt. I'm sorry, this is a really big leap of faith at this point.
This dagger.
It is the knife of a Schattenjäger. You may take it, Herr Knight. Everything in this castle is yours now.
And he didn't even make a comment about that German maid. My, how he's grown. I'm sorry, I would need a little bit more assurance before I did what he's about to do. Oh.
Oops, nearly hit an artery.
What a stitch. Now we bow. Nope. I grabbed that scroll, didn't I? Oh, there it is.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now, purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own.
Apparently he's got to say it out here.
St. George.
Yeah, we just did that. Oh. Something's going on. What's that sound? It sounds like an unholy demon.
Oh,
It's...
excuse me. I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here.
Oh, that's all right. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up.
You look tired, Herr Knight. Why don't you go to bed?
Sure, why not?
I will clean everything up. You need not worry.
I can't believe I cut my hair for nothing.
Go ahead and save it, because we're pretty much at the end of the day now. And now Gabriel gets to have an entirely different nightmare.
Your soul smells, Gabriel Knight. You seek to be Schattenjäger.
I do.
You must first burn away the past. How much sin do you have to burn?
Oh, a lot.
You have used people all your life. Never committed to anything. Turn back now, and I will forget that you asked for this.
No! Yeah, it's great that we had the subtitle like an hour before he said it.
There are only two things that redeem you. First, that you have Ritter blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women have loved you purely.
For those of you counting at home, that would be his grandmother, Grace, and Malia.
Ask to start on the path.
Or possibly his mother.
You shall. But you will not be a Shatterdigger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
The womanizing part?
No problem.
Or the vain part?
Yes. Now you asked for purification. You shall have it.
In abundance! I don't like the look on his eye.
Oh, no!
There you go. We're almost done. I'll see you guys next time.